Hello everyone, welcome to EWM session 4. My name is Harikrishna Ayram Sethi. Today's topic we are going to see Putaway with deconsolidation using the process oriented storage control in EWM. In our earlier sessions, we have seen EWM master data, which is creation of bins and the stock into those bins. And the second process we have seen simple putaway into EWM, and third process we have seen simple putaway with handling units. So in this process we have seen packing in ECC and using the packaging specifications in EWM. Now in today's session we will see putaway with the deconsolidation using the process oriented storage control. So the previous three videos are already in the YouTube playlist. If someone missed or wants to go through any of these processes, these videos are already uploaded and available. You can watch them. So now moving on to the today's thing. Basically, we need many configuration settings before we actually go into the transactional data and execute those steps into the system. So the basic configuration settings are required for performing the POSC or the putaway process, as we know, and we have seen them in the previous videos as well. The storage type, defining of storage types, and maintaining the search sequence for those storage types, maintaining the putaway control. So in this case, in the previous scenarios, we have not seen using the putaway control indicators and the mainly the process type determination indicators. So in this scenario also we may not use process putaway control indicator, but using of the process type determination indicators we will see, based on which our actual deconsolidation will work. So storage type such sequence and storage section such sequence, and the warehouse process determination process, and the settings related specifically to deconsolidation. And for performing the deconsolidation we may need to define the work center. So we can use the standard work center layout given by SAP, or we can define our own work center, and the master data required for the deconsolidation. And in order to work with POSC mainly, the process oriented storage control process will work only with the handling unit. So if we want to work with POSC, we should work with the handling units. So that is the basic thumb rule in EWM to work with POSC is to have the handling units. So we need to verify all the settings related to the packaging materials or the handling unit settings that are existing or maintained in the system. So and then we have to also, apart from the configuration settings, we need to look into the master data settings like material, bins availability, and the vendor. All these informations we need to look into before we start with any transactional data. So now today we'll go into a step-by-step procedure. We need to verify the process oriented storage control configuration setting, how we need to do the process oriented storage control. And the second step, we need to see the deconsolidation settings. So once we do the deconsolidation settings, and then we also need to verify the warehouse process type determination. So how warehouse process determination will be done when we are working with the POSC. and the other basic things like the packaging material and the handling unit management related settings we will see, and then finally we will go into the transactional data. So the first thing we will see is the configuration settings. We thought of going into a step-by-step procedure. So the first thing, like in a sequential manner we will go. So for that reason what I will do is I will go into our material slash scwm slash mat1, and I will enter the material and then go into display mode. In the warehouse data tab I have maintained the deconsolidation. For the deconsolidation I have maintained the process type determination indicator, which is y2, based on which our entire process will work. So I have not maintained any put-away control indicator. So for now, we are going to use this indicator based on which our deconsolidation configuration settings maintain. So now we are going in a backward direction, checking all the settings or the dependent settings that we maintain. Now in the configuration settings, based on that process type determination indicator y2 that we have assigned, we will see what process type is going to determine. So our warehouse process type WPT going to determine here is y113, which is here based on this one. Our WPT will determine is y113, and then the second step. Okay, so before we go into the POSC, we will just see how the storage bin is going to be determined from which storage type. So now the second thing, we don't have any put away control indicator, and our POSC is y113. So based on this, it is going into a such sequence of ye03. So let's also see what is maintained inside ye03. Okay, so our ye03 is maintained with y021. Okay, so now let's see if our y021 storage type is maintained with the HU requirement. So here if you see, the HU requirement is there, which is good. And yeah, now the storage type determination point of view, the final storage type determination point of view we are good. Now we will come to the process oriented storage control. So we see that our warehouse process type determined here is y113. So if I go inside y113, I can see the storage process assigned here. So only if we see the storage process here on the inbound side, only then we will be able to work with the process oriented storage control process. Now when our warehouse request document is created, the first thing determines is WPT, and my WPT contains this storage process. So now I am saying that my process oriented storage control, my storage control is yi03. What is it? What we maintain for the storage control process. So when we come here into this configuration, this is the storage process that I have assigned in my WPT, and inside the storage process I have defined the steps as unloading, deconsolidation, put away. That means when my material is arrived to my plant or the warehouse, these are the three activities that will be performed. That means from the door it will be unloaded, and then from unloading area to deconsolidation there will be a different warehouse task created, and then the final put away task will open. So everyone knows, right, generally why we use the POSC is to automate the movements, and all these steps will be in a sequential manner. So when the subsequent step, in order to work with the subsequent step, the preceding step has to be completed. When the preceding step is completed, the warehouse task for the next step will be open automatically. So if all our configuration steps are proper, if we maintain everything good, then these steps are automated, like all these warehouse tasks will be opened automatically, and then final putaway will be completed. So now uh, we have to maintain the configuration settings in order to automate these steps. So final putaway will be automatic, and then what we are saying here is, what is important here is unloading. So the first warehouse task, what is source and destination system should understand how these movements will be automated. So here we are telling the system that for my unloading activity, this is my source, which is door, and the destination is unloading area. And then when this task is confirmed, the system will look into the next subsequent step, which is my deconsolidation area. So for the deconsolidation, whatever is the destination in the previous step will be sourced in the second step, and my destination is my work center, and the work center bin is also defined here. Okay, so this is to be maintained in the master data, that also we will see. And then once we are good with this deconsolidation step, which will be performed in a dedicated work center in EWM, the final putaway task will be opened, and on confirming the final putaway warehouse task, the product will be put away, or the entire putaway process will be completed. Okay, so this is the process oriented storage control configuration point of view. And then next step is to look at the work center and the deconsolidation settings. So in the master data we have this work center setting. So first we have to define the work center layout. Generally SAP has given many different layouts. So if you want to do only deconsolidation, you can choose this option. But in my case, I am taking the VPMX because apart from the deconsolidation, I also want to do other packing related activities in my work center. Hence, I have taken it as VPMX. So once we define the layout, that layout has to be assigned in our actual work center. Here I have assigned it. Okay. So here, this way we have to make the settings. Deconsolidation point of view also, there are some configuration settings. I mean, if you want to limit the number of warehouse tasks for the each storage type, we can assign the maximum number of handling units, or the maximum number of items that are allowed. So this is not mandatory. And here also we need to maintain the configuration settings for the HU group. So source may not be there, but destination we need to assign. So that's it. And the master data point of view, if we go into this transaction, for our work center, we need to assign the storage bin. That's the same storage bin we have assigned into our POSC configuration. Okay, so I think we have seen all the settings. In the previous session we have seen also the handling unit related settings. Again, we don't need to go in detail to all those handling unit settings, so they are all will be same. So there is no change in that. Basically we will define the handling unit group YE01, and then we will assign our handling unit group to, for example, now we are taking the pallet. So inside this pallet, this group will be there, and then also we will assign our HU type to the storage type. That's it. So we are good with all the settings, and now we are going to going into the transactional data. So I'm going to create the purchase order. I will take an existing purchase order and then create the new PO. And two pieces I am taking, because the reason I am taking the two pieces is in the previous session we have seen about the how we use the packaging specification. So in the packaging specifications for this product, we have maintained the packaging specifications for two pieces to be packed into one pallet. So that is the reason I am taking here two pallets, which is good. So I'm going ahead and save the purchase order. So my purchase order is saved here, ending with 4219. So now let's proceed to create the inbound delivery for this purchase order. So verify all the information, and here I am not doing any packing. So based on my packaging specifications defined in the EWM system, automatically the packing will be done the moment this delivery is reached to EWM system. So I saved the delivery. So the delivery is created and it is distributed to EWM system. So my inbound delivery number is ending with 693. Now let's go to EWM inbound delivery. So the inbound delivery is reached to EWM. Now let's look at the handling unit tab. So based on my packaging specifications available, system has packed the product into one handling unit. So which is good. So we can also observe here, based on the determination indicator that I have maintained in the product master, the WPT determined here is Y113. So only this determines, then our actual deconsolidation process will work. So now we are good with this. Let's go ahead and create the warehouse task for this inbound delivery. So this is the beauty of thing. Earlier, all the previous three sessions, wherever the inbound deliveries we create, we are seeing the product warehouse task. So the moment we are started working on POSC, which is process oriented storage control, I have also referred earlier that we will be working only with the handling unit. So that's the reason when we go to the handling unit, we will see our handling unit. This is our WPT and this is our storage process. Is everything determined is good. So now if you see here, the storage type determined here is Y930, which is my door. So what we will do here is we will save this. We can see bottom two warehouse tasks created. So now in EWM, the good thing is unlike in warehouse management system, the monitor is just as a report to see the inventory or some kind of basic information. But whereas in EWM warehouse monitor, it is it is it does many things. It is not only a report kind of thing, and many of the transaction processing, execution, completion, many things that we can do the execution from the monitor. So in this scenario also, for our remaining steps processing and monitoring, we will be using the warehouse monitor. So let's go into the monitor now. So I will go into warehouse task, I will enter the product and today's date. We can also enter the based on the handling unit if you want to see only our. Okay, so I think in the previous step, I need to see would like to see the handling unit. Okay, so I have copied the handling unit number. If I want to see only my uh, warehouse tasks, specifically for my uh, for POSC that I am working on. So here we can see that the two warehouse tasks created. The storage process is YI03, activity is Putaway, and here mainly we need to look at the status. So it is open now. The unloading task is open now. Source is door and the destination is unloading area. The moment I confirm, we discussed earlier that the POSC, the beauty of POSC is the movements are automatic. So when my preceding step is completed, the subsequent step will get open automatically. Till then, it will be in the waiting status. Here, be referred to as waiting status. So the if we also observe here, it is showing as unloading and put away. This is my final step, but the storage process I have defined is unloading, deconsolidation and put away. So where is my deconsolidation step then? So now the moment I confirm this unloading warehouse task, there will be an additional row added here which is for the deconsolidation. So now let's go ahead and confirm this warehouse task. So the warehouse task is confirmed, which is unloading warehouse task. We can see that the deconsolidation step is open, and the other thing that we can observe here is system has, when my first warehouse task is confirmed, system has also posted the goods receipt, and this communication should have been gone to ECC system already. So the PPF action will be triggered, and then through that the communication will be sent to ECC system, and that communication we will see messages we will see in the last. So now we can also see my deconsolidation task is open, and which is from unloading area to my deconsolidation or packing area. So let's confirm this warehouse task. I confirmed it. Now the status is C. If you see, my final putaway task is not open. It is still showing in waiting. Why? Because here we are working with the deconsolidation. So what is meaning by deconsolidation? Deconsolidation, just to give you all a brief information about deconsolidation, generally when we are receiving the products or when we are receiving the handling units from the vendor, it may not be a homogeneous. It may be a mixed pallet. Or even though it is a homogeneous product, I mean the entire all the boxes contained on the handling unit may be homogeneous, but based on the business packing requirements, their internal packing requirements, they may want to repack the received product from the vendor. So there are various business reasons why they do the deconsolidation or why they do the repacking activity during the unload process. So business to business it differs due to various reasons. So if the business requirement is that if they want to do the repacking or if they want to deconsolidate the product, the functionality has been given by SAP, and we are going to leverage that. Now to do this activity, what I'll do is I'll copy this handling unit, and then I will go to the deconsolidation work center. So the transaction is /HTWM/DCOMS. So here I will enter my work center, and then my handling unit. So it has shown here that my handling unit is visible here. But now in this case, it is very simple. It is very simple scenario, and I don't want to do any repacking. That is also possible. If you want to do the repacking, here you have the bin, and then just by giving the packaging material, a new number will be generated, and then you can repack the product into a new handling unit. So that is one way. Now in my scenario I am good with this, so I am directly whatever my vendor sends, I want to put away this into my storage. So in that case I don't need to do anything, I just have to confirm this and then save it. So the activity is completed. I have selected the handling unit, I completed the activity, and now let's refresh the screen. You can see whatever the waiting status activity is there, that is got opened, and my product is moving from Y831 to the final bin, which is Y021 storage. Let's go ahead and confirm this. Now there is one more activity happens. When my first warehouse task is confirmed, we see that the goods receipt is happened and the stock type remains F1. Now whenever I confirm the last Putaway warehouse task, system does the posting change and my stock category changes from F1 to F2. So let's see that. I confirmed it, and we can see two more rows got added, wherein system has performed the posting change within the same bin, and the same handling unit is also same, and the description you can observe here as posting change, for which the stock type is got changed from F1 to F2. We are good with everything. Now we completed the entire activity. Now let's look at the status of the inbound delivery in EWM. You see here all the statuses are completed now, and look at the PPF tab. We can see two communications, like one for the goods receipt and one when the final putaway is completed. So these communications will be reached to ECC system and update the relevant inbound delivery and the stock information accordingly. Now let's look at the inbound delivery in ECC. So look at the status overview. So the packing status, the goods movement status, everything is completed. And if you also look at the document flow of this inbound delivery, you will see that the handling unit, goods receipt information, transfer posting information, everything got updated. Okay, so with this, the deconsolidation process using the POSC, using the process oriented storage control process. Today we have seen how we will do the put away using the POSC, and for the POSC we have used the deconsolidation process. So the deconsolidation is basically a process of repacking the products inside the warehouse. So when we are receiving the product, after unloading the stock or after unloading the handling units from the truck, we we may have the requirement to repack the products into different handling units based on the product category or based on the business requirement. So to automate all these processes, EWM has given leverage to automate all these processes. So by using the process oriented storage control process, we have made the movements automatic from unloading to deconsolidation, and then in the deconsolidation area we have performed the repacking activity, and then the final put away activity has been completed, and the dependent statuses have been updated. So with that, we have completed our fourth process, which is the deconsolidation process. So I will also highlight this process as green. So far we have completed the four processes, and our next process is in the third session. We have seen already how our packaging specifications will work in EWM. In session 5, we will see the backend configuration settings required to maintain the packaging specifications, and also we will see along with the packaging specifications how we will do the process oriented storage control process. I mean, today also we have seen that when our inbound delivery is reached to EWM, the packaging specifications triggered and it does the packing. So we will see more specific information in session 5. Hope today's session will be informative to everyone. So keep watching this space. Thank you and have a good day.